Hello everyone, this is Laura and today I will be reviewing a wireless system from Xvive. So let's check it out. Cool detail, it is sent to me by Warwick. So I think it is somehow part of Warwick. So let's check it out. I'm trying to carefully open the box. Are you as curious as I am? I already love this because it is lightweight already and it doesn't take up a lot of space, which is really nice while traveling to a gig. Things taking up less space is always great, in my opinion. I'm always looking for more space. So here it is. A lot of power in a small package. The Xvive U35 Wireless System for dynamic microphones. The wireless system U35 comes with the transmitter and the receiver. So there's like a little USB-C port here. And you get this cable which has two USB-Cs. So this is really nice, right? It doesn't take much more space for charging. They really thought about it. I love that, you know. I love this special cable. It makes sense to give this. So 5 stars just for this cable. Yes, thank you so much. It doesn't get any smaller, right? Years ago I tested something like this from a friend, but it was really big, you know. And if you have to hold your microphone with something huge attached to it, it's not going to be nice. But this is really alright, you know. It's cute. It's like a baby. Yeah. So what I love about this is that it won't just accidentally fall off your microphone. You can push it and then you can detach it. And you can all put them inside this bag. And that's all you need. This is all you need to do a gig. Isn't that amazing? Today we are going to test, of course, the dynamic microphone version. So, you know what? I will get my SM7B from upstairs so we can test this wireless system with the SM7B. And yeah. These are supposed to give you 5 hours of battery life, which should be enough for any gig. Let's turn them on. You go microphone for the highest input. Line is for 10 decibel less input in case you have too much gain and too much distortion coming in. But for now we put it on mic because we have the SM7B that we are going to connect it to. It works with the 5.8 GHz ISM, and this means it can give some interference with, for example, Wi-Fi. This can be pressed long and it will scan for the channel with the least interference. There it is. And now you have to manually get it on the same channel. Alright, let's do a quick comparison test between an XLR connected to my audio interface to the laptop opposed to the wireless system. Let's see how this goes. Hey. The transmitter and receiver are now connected, so let's try it again. You can hear there's a slightly higher noise floor, but you know, if you just use a gate and you use it for live performances, it's okay. Next, let's go upstairs and let's see if the connection stays good, because here we are in the garage. Then I will walk out and go through a lot of walls and doors. And let's see how it goes. So, as you can see now, I took my phone for the video and we're going to walk around the room and see what happens. So here we go. Yes, we're leaving the set. Here are 2 doors. I will close the doors and let's see. Okay, these are 2 doors. This is a wall. Let's go upstairs and let's see what the ceiling does. Okay. So, first floor, what's happening here? Check, check. 1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's good stuff. I would be careful if you want to go into the crowd, because you saw how easy the ceiling, for example, stops the signal. And you know, a few people on stage would probably not be a problem. But if you want to go into the crowd, I would say it's a bit dangerous. You'll probably get some cutouts if you do that. And if you want to be super sure that there's no cutout on stage, you can always put this one closer to where you're standing on stage. You don't have a cable. Venues always have cables enough anyway, so you can always ask for an extra cable. One thing I didn't tell yet, what I absolutely love, is you can just throw this in a little bag and you still get 4 years warranty, right? So this is supposed to be sturdy. It's supposed to be able to handle this. Or else if you give this to me, then I would break it within 4 years, right? There's one last little check I want to do. So what happens if you turn it off? Usually at the end of the gig, I'll turn off the power, and if it's not connected properly or squelched, it will actually make a lot of noise. So let's see what happens with this one. There was no noise. When you want to, for example, mute the microphone for a while, I would not recommend doing that, because when you turn it back on, you hear a little plop. So after having tested the Xvive U35, I think it's a very good device for if you're starting out, you want something that's really nice to use, easy to use, lightweight, small, easy to take with you, and you don't want to spend too much money. You know, this is just a great option. It's €219, for example, at Thomann right now. And I actually had more expensive options in the past, when I started out, that also couldn't hold this wireless connection much when there was a wall in between. And I think for the price you're paying, you shouldn't really expect much more in terms of strong connectivity anyway. So I think if you want to go for this price class, it's a really good option.
Hi, this is Emre. I'm bass player. Maybe you know me, I did some collaboration with Laura. Today I'm testing the Xvive U35 wireless unit. As you can see, it's connected to my pedalboard. You can use it with your pedalboard if you have a proper setup like this. It's my pedalboard. In the center, there's a dark glass anagram. It is a multiprocessor unit for bass players. And my whole tone, it has, you know, the cabinet simulation, whatever, everything is in there. And this unit has the XLR balanced output. At it's microphone level output. So Xvive fits connect perfectly. But if you have a device with the line output, also there is a switch on the Xvive. There you can switch the line output level. So there is no interference or disconnection, at least in my home. So I'm really happy, because sometimes it is the case. So I'm happy with this. But the best part is my pedal board is now fully wireless. It makes my life really easy for practice. I can practice everywhere. I even tested in the garden. I think 50 meters away from the receiver, there was no noise or connection problem. At the sound wise, the sound is, for my ear, it's nearly the same. I think there is no difference. So I'm happy. Probably you cannot hear it because it is the camera's microphone, but sound is nice.
Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. And stay metal!